People were happy to get the extra hour of sleep over the weekend, me not being one of them because I have a toddler and a baby. That doesn't matter to them. The time change will impact your morning and evening commute. So joining us now to talk more about this is Tracy Noble from AAA. Tracy, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about what drivers should prepare for as they're heading out the door this morning.
Well, as you mentioned, not everybody got that extra hour of sleep. So we could have drowsy drivers on our road this morning because even though you were supposed to get that extra hour, this time change tends to disrupt our sleep patterns. So we need motorists to be very careful as they head out this morning. And something they may not be used to this morning is that added sun glare. So we urge motorists, even though it might be dark when they're leaving their house, grab the sunglasses and make good use of that sun visor. This is just a different train of thought that you need to get your body in as you head out this morning.
Absolutely. And I know when I'm extra tired on my way to work, I always roll down the window a little bit, hoping to wake me up just a little bit. Now, how about people on the drive home from work? How does that differ and change?
Well, we are going to have earlier darkness, so people need to prepare for that as well. We're going to have much earlier dusk times. And that is also going to coincide with those late school buses and deer. So that's when deer tend to move around between those early evening hours. So you need to be vigilant and pay attention, especially when you're in wooded and then again in residential areas. So we need motorists to pay attention when they drive, put those phones down, and continuously scan the road for any movement on the side of the road.
Now, Tracy, AAA has some great tips for drivers to practice and keep in mind. What are those for people heading out on the roads?
Well, we just want to make sure that everybody gets a good amount of rest before heading out. But if you are drowsy, that can actually be equated to being impaired. So if you feel drowsy while you're behind the wheel, please pull over, call a friend for a ride, even take a power nap if you are in a safe space to do that. But always keep your eyes focused on the road, stay buckled up, and eliminate the distractions, especially when you're behind the wheel.
Now, say you typically go for your evening commute on your way home. People are out and about. Maybe you are seeing people walking in your neighborhood or even bicyclists. What are some tips that you have for people and advice that you have for avoiding any dangers with those people?
Well, if you are driving, make sure, as I mentioned, that you stay distraction free. But if you're going to be a pedestrian or a bicyclist, make sure that oncoming motorists can see you. So if you're a walker, remember to walk against traffic so that those headlights hit you and can see you. Also, wear something reflective, carry a flashlight, anything bright colored. You don't want to be taking that evening walk in dark colored clothes. If you're walking a pet, put something reflective on them as well. Same goes for bicyclists. Make sure you have reflectors, even flashing lights. Bicyclists are supposed to travel with traffic, so that flashing red taillight on a bicycle is a great alert to motorists.
And also something I cannot reiterate enough, make sure that you teach your children to look both ways before crossing the street, because even if someone is turning the corner quickly, it is just a moment's notice before something tragic could happen. So really great stuff right here. Tracy, we always thank you for your time. Great job.